I mean, we're an ocean-loving nation. We surf, we fish, we dive, we sail. Everything about our society and culture is geared towards facing the ocean and facing the Great Southern Reef.
You know, when I first moved to Tassie, you know, giant kelp beds were everywhere down the channel, and I do a lot of diving and we see a lot of the impacts around certain areas, and it's been really interesting even for us, a 15 or 20 minute conversation that we had with Scott today and what Great Southern Reef does. There's still so much we need to know, and hopefully this beer is something about getting that out there, that's for sure.
The southern Tasmania kelp forest problem at the moment, so probably something that we've all grown up with, but I've seen it when it was good and also now seen it when it's not so good. We're here today to work on a collab brew between Moo Brew, Deep South and Great Southern Reef Foundation.
Their work around white rock and the eradication of urchins and their overall emphasis on the reefs of southern Australia is fantastic.
The brewing industry revolves heavily into the environmental side of things. You know, it's an agricultural-based business, so anything we can do to try and mitigate that and raise awareness for what we're trying to do is something that's really been positive.
Our whole purpose is to celebrate our temperate reefs, our kelp forests across southern Australia, and you know, for that we really need to connect to people.
When you've got a bunch of like-minded people, it feels like the connection's real, and yeah, this beer is not just a collaboration, it's actually personal. You know, Dave's got his sailing background, Jack's got his diving background. Me personally, I've been fishing these waterways since I was a kid.
Beer is a universal language all over the world, really. It helps create senses of place. You know, people have their favourite beers, they have their favourite breweries, and they have them for different reasons. If we can then create a bridge between what we do and access a consumer that might not otherwise have been aware of the work that Great Southern Reef does, simply through having a beer with a mate, if that sparks a conversation around that and around sustainability and makes people think a little bit about it, then yeah, we've already done our job.
Recognise and showcase the importance of this thing to Australia as one huge interconnected entity.
Obviously we're a big fan of big hop forward beers, and getting a chance to work with Yakima Chief is obviously a good opportunity to throw some big aromatic hops at it.
So we've done a West Coast Pilsner, so we've used some of Yakima's new hop in the crush, and we're going to use Hyper Boost, which is the liquid product as well, to minimise that.
If this gets just a handful of people starting to pick up litter or, you know, think more conservative about what they do and their impact on the ocean, then that's a win.
To give back to an organisation that's relevant for us in Tasmania and also personally from our experiences, and not something you get to do every day in the beer industry.
Telling the stories of people, so there's so many remarkable people that live and work and engage with the reef on a daily basis, and it's sharing those stories and why the reef's important to them, to give that collective sense of ownership and really increase awareness and pride of the reef.
And the beers come through. It's perfect, you know. I'm proud that we've got product in there. I'm proud that my mates have made it.